Come on, keep up, Willie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure to introduce you to episode 2 of Tub Talks. We're coming to you from fabulous Briar Oaks Ranch here in Rochelle, Texas. This episode is brought to you by Dwade Adventures. Your next adventure.
You fucked that up.
It was double
A adventure.
Double S. I was thinking batteries, but you know what? You're gonna be charged up when you get double S adventures.
Cut.
Your next adventure ends with double S. There's no cut. We're gonna keep going
live,
through.
Dude.
We're going through. So we got very special guests here. We're here in the smack dab middle of Texas. I know this isn't the home tub, but we're kind of just we're winging it here, and we just filled up.
Hey man, what's wrong with my tub?
Well, I mean, it's a nice tub, but it's not. I mean, it doesn't have the jets. It doesn't have the jacuzzi feel to it. Touche. All right, so let's go down. So let's go down the line here. We got Shaun. I don't know last names at all. Schraeder. We got
Dwade Hickey.
We got Oliver.
Junior. Ollie.
We got Ollie. What's the last name?
Yelmans.
And then your host here, Brian Graves, the second. And so how are we feeling, gentlemen?
Feeling great.
Getting there.
Yeah?
Feeling good. Not quite, but we're getting there.
I was surprised. I mean, when I saw the host filling this thing up, I thought it was gonna be cold, but I mean, this is a warm tub right now.
It is. It actually is.
This is probably 89 degrees for the viewers at home.
Well, I mean, you got to figure it's 100 degrees out here.
That's true.
And you've got a mile worth of pipe. It gets pretty warm.
Yeah, it's traveling.
It's gonna heat up.
I don't know if I mean you can kind of see the backdrop a little bit, but we're going for how many acres are we on this ranch here?
500.
500 acres. So we're not playing around here. And Shaun, why don't you kind of tell us what your job is kind of out here?
So here at this particular ranch, Briar Oaks Ranch, I'm owner of Double S Adventures. I run multiple different ranches, but this is kind of home base for me. I book a lot of different hunts. I book all the hunts here. Dwade's my head guide. I mean that's pretty much all we do is we hunt.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Starting a bunch of fishing stuff.
Yeah.
So
but to the people who don't know, outfitter, you're basically you're going out and you're connecting hunters to come here.
Right. I connect hunters with landowners, ranches.
Right.
My operation's a little bit different. A lot of outfitters, yes, that's exactly. They're glorified booking agents.
Got it.
We run more of yes, it's a booking agency, but it's more of a guide service too. So we provide all the guides and all the BS that goes along with it.
You want to explain a little what do you, the BS? What do you mean with the BS?
The social media aspect of it.
Okay.
So that's the part that's not very enjoyable.
Why? It's just tedious stuff?
No, everybody has an opinion.
Okay.
And you've got the anti-hunters versus the high fence, low fence hunters. You've got the know-it-alls. You've got the ugly side of it.
Yeah. And
when they get out here, this is the fun part.
Yeah.
For the most time. We've got some horror stories, but, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty fun. You get the pain in the ass clients.
We might have to get into, like, a minor horror story, if you don't mind.
Okay. We can... Now?
Well, I mean, no, we can go by. So,
we'll save that for a little bit later.
We'll save that for a little bit later, but that was a good introduction. That's Shaun, everybody. But, Dwade, you want to just tell us a little bit about where you're from, what you kind of do?
Actually, I'm from South Texas.
Okay.
Born and raised south of San Antonio.
Okay.
But now living in Corpus Christi.
Okay, so yeah, now you're right there over on the beach.
Yep.
And you're a big fisherman. From what I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, not really. You're still kind of.
I'm the short guy, but that's okay. I fish big.
What's the biggest thing you caught?
Hammerhead shark, greater hammerhead, 12 foot. Has been my biggest shark.
12 foot.
12 foot.
How long did that take to reel in?
Probably about an hour and 15 minutes.
But you did it by yourself, or you had help?
No, by myself.
By yourself.
Mm-hmm. Nobody else touched the rod.
Just straight from the beach, like
from the beach.
Straight
I fish off the beach. Yep.
No way.
Surf fishing from the beach.
Dude, I can't even imagine doing anything like that. I mean, the biggest fish I've probably taken is just a tuna, and that was just 12-minute fight.
Yeah, he takes his kayak and out there half mile and pitches baits out and comes back.
Oh yeah, I did hear that you pitched the baits and the kayak and stuff. You got to kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, basically, you rig up your baits and you put them in the kayak, then you get out in the surf and you got to fight the breakers, get across the sandbars. And once you're across the sandbars, you paddle out however far you want to go. And usually, I drop my baits probably, you're looking at about between 400 to 600 yards out. Then I drop the baits off. Then I got to paddle back in. But then it's a waiting game. So then you wait.
So when you say paddle, though, you're getting out of the kayak or whatever you're in?
No. You're just paddling the kayak.
Oh, okay.
You're in the kayak.
So you're not actually getting out in the water.
You're not getting out in the water. No, you have your bait behind you in the kayak.
Got it.
Then you reach back and you grab your bait and pitch it out.
Have you been on one of these adventures? Not yet.
And do you have like the bait in the water while you're like moving in the kayak?
No, you want to keep it inside the kayak. You want to drag the bait behind you, because the shark will come up and grab it. He comes up and grabs it. He's gonna pull you backwards, probably flip your kayak.
What's the closest call you've had with something like that?
I hadn't really had a close call. That aspect, I've seen the sharks underneath the kayak as I have been going out, but they've never really came up to mess with me or anything. You know, they get curious. They come up and look at you, and then they go back down. But as far as one coming up and attacking the kayak or attacking me or anything, I have not had that happen.
Have you known people who that happened?
I have, yes.
Like deadly stuff?
No, I've had buddies of mine out there actually fishing for them, and then as they're paddling out to the spot to start fishing for sharks, there was a big bull shark, probably over 8 feet, that came up and actually hit my buddy's kayak. When it hit the kayak, it flipped him out.
Oh, no.
But luckily the shark swam off, and my buddy was able to flip the kayak back over and got back in the kayak and carried about.
And I'm assuming you don't want to panic in that situation.
No, you don't want to start thrashing the water.
No way.
No, you don't want to do that.
All right, and then Ollie here, you're I heard you're a pretty good skier. You actually were showing me some videos. I didn't hear. I actually know that.
Yeah, I'm named after Ollie North, of course.
Yep, the famous Ollie North. I actually, you know what? I'm kind of saying that I know who that is. I don't really know who that is.
Yeah, he was a Marine officer involved in a scandal with the Contras in Nicaragua in the I think it was the 80s.
Well, you know what that was, Jefe?
I do.
You want to kind of just brief me on that, because I'm still kind of lost.
I'll brief you later, but yeah, it's a very important time, and he became a very famous guy post-military career and on TV, Colonel Ollie North. So instead of being Oliver, I figured it would be much better to be Ollie.
Yeah, I kind of like Ollie more than, well, I don't want to dig your name, but kind of more like a laid-back version of Oliver.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but I do a lot of freestyle skiing, and I'm out here to learn about hunting and ranching and doing all that stuff.
And these are two of the guys who are going to kind of teach you a little bit about that.
In middle of Texas in the summertime.
Well, which is funny because you're normally living in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, I spend most of my time in New Hampshire. I've done a little bit of duck hunting, but not much, and that's the extent of my hunting experience.
So just pure random, I know one of the owners is friends with your dad, and that's kind of how this all came to fruition.
Yeah, that's how this came to be. One of the owners, he's friends with my dad, and I said I wanted to do some work on a ranch for the summer, and he made it happen, which I'm really grateful for.
Just get some calluses.
Yeah, build my calluses up a little bit.
I like it. Well, they probably got some more jobs for you tomorrow, right?
We have plenty.
Plenty of jobs.
Today, you guys, I thought it was awesome. You guys basically just took off and were just welding out all these old fences, which was pretty badass.
With the shirts off.
With the shirts off, I mean, yeah.
We got to get our farmer's tan.
Well, you were getting the real tan.
Gotta get ready for fishing, man.
We are getting ready for fishing. That way, when I go back home to Corpus and I do go fishing, I don't get sunburned.
I'm going this year. I gotta catch a shark.
Getting the sunburn now.
Are you gonna put them on a shark?
Absolutely.
100%. You're gonna catch it.
100%.
Hell yeah! I gotta see a picture of that.
You get one.
All right. I'd like to try it sometime too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anytime.
I've never been to Corpus.
He's in 100% on guide and everything else.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
And if you don't get me on a shark, that's gonna be, you ain't never gonna forget that one.
Well, so you guys obviously love to fish and hunt, but I mean, if you had to choose one or another, gun against your head, what are you taking?
I'm taking hunting.
You taking hunting? What about you?
Fishing.
Fishing. All right, I like it. 50-50.
What about you?
Me? I mean, I can't say that I'm either, like to a high level, but I'd probably take fishing, just because I don't know. I haven't hunted in a while though.
If they're not biting, I'm not interested.
That's true. I kind of like the whole like idea of fishing a little bit more, where you can just talk and you don't have to be quiet and stuff. You can kind of just drink beer and just relax.
Depends on who you're hunting
Or
with
soda.
That's
Yeah.
true. It does depend
and
on
what
who
you're hunting for.
That's true. But I mean, whitetail. I mean, you got to be pretty quiet.
Whitetails, yeah, I mean whitetail are fairly dumb.
Axis,
Axis.
especially.
Is a totally different deal, and you will sit out there from sun up to sundown in the 100-degree heat under a tree with freaking rattlesnakes.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what axis deer are, these things are probably what I mean. How would you describe it?
They're a pushing 300-pound deer that's red with white polka dots.
Yep.
That can vanish in a green cedar tree at 50 yards in front of you. They're the freaking ghosts of the hill country. They are. Here's a shed off of one.
Okay, right there.
They're natives of India.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yep. They're natives of India. They shed their horns according to when they were born. They're not like whitetail in the sense that they grow them at a certain time of year.
Okay.
They grow them whenever. So at any given point, during the wintertime, you're going to have shed horn bucks, velvet bucks, and freshly shed bucks. During the summertime, same thing. Right now, I'd say kind of on the backside of the rut right now. The scream's not real good. They're majority of our bucks on this ranch are hardhorned right now.
Okay.
So what is it, July?
We're like
End of June.
Yeah, we're end of June right now.
And I don't even know what day it is.
That's ranch life, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't know what month it is.
We don't know what month it is. We just know it's hot.
But yeah, most of the bucks are hardhorn right now.
Right.
This year is a little bit different than typical because we had what we call the apocalypse back in February.
Yeah, in
And
Texas, it was
destroyed
bad.
the axis herds.
How many have died? You think?
Here?
Yeah,
2.
only 2.
Other
How
ranches-
many are on the property?
Oh, I don't know. 250, 300?
At least.
Yeah.
You think 300 axis on this property?
There's
Yeah,
a
what
lot.
about other ranches?
A lot of the other ranches lost 80, 85%. Some of the ranches 45 minutes west of here.
And that's just because they've been fed so well here?
So I have a livestock background. I cowboyed forever. And one of the things that I'm real insistent upon when it's cold is feeding. So when that hit, in addition to the 8 protein feeders and 12 corn feeders, we fed 10 to 12 alfalfa bales per day. And my truck ran 3 to 4 times a day putting out corn on the roads because these things, corn adds a lot of heat into their body.
Okay.
So they'd sit, you'd drive down the road, the deer would step off the road, the axis, you would drive by and they'd step back in like cattle. They were starving.
And that's just not typical behavior at all.
No. How many of y'all seen this weekend?
0.
Yeah.
That's the thing with them too. They're always on the move, right?
Yeah, and you drove past them. I guarantee you drove past them at 50 yards, and they laid down. You never saw them.
You just don't see them.
You don't see them. They're smart.
You
That's
think
like when we were coming back at noon, and that 60 head of them ran across the road.
60? No way.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
And aoudad, whitetail, everything right there.
Yeah, so you guys right now, the viewers back home, you can only kind of see this is the front of the property, but it stretches deep back there. And what do we got back there? We got everything you could think of.
Aoudad, Adax, black buck, fallow,
Right.
wildebeest, bison. Anything you could possibly think of.
Yeah. And then what was the last?
Nilgai.
Nilgai.
Okay.
Can't forget Nilgai.
What's the deal with Nilgai?
They're awesome. They're a huge antelope from India.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they look like what do they call them? Devil horse. They're the size of a horse. They move like a horse.
Really?
And a big one's 9, 10 inches?
That's
a real big one.
The trophy is 8 inches plus.
Their horns are 8 inches. So
what
it's just a monster antelope.
What other sort of animals do you have here?
That's what we were going over. So the black buck, axis, wildebeest, Adax, oryx. There's Gemsbok.
Numerous species of rams.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gemsbok?
Probably it's a type of oryx.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like the oryx, the scimitar horned oryx that we have out here.
Yeah.
They are native to North Africa, which is they're non-existent in North Africa.
Really?
They were on the endangered species list the only reason that species still or is in existence today is because of ranches in Texas.
Really?
And they're everywhere. Everybody's got them.
Huh. I wonder.
We got Helen Keller running around the albino.
Helen Keller.
She's blind as shit. She can't see nothing.
That's pretty politically correct. I like it. Well, here's another thing I want to talk about. We have to talk about the snakes situations with you, Dwade.
The rattlesnakes, huh?
You know, stupid people get bit.
Yeah.
They made a TV show about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I wouldn't know.
What was it called?
So,
When stupid people get bit.
When stupid people get bit? What was it on? Oh, okay. It's so serious.
Yeah.
But so you've been bitten what, once you said?
I've been bitten once, yes, by a rattlesnake.
And you had to get like airlifted or something?
Well, they was gonna airlift me, but the helicopter was tied up. So
what does that feel like? I mean, I've heard the stories of just like the
excruciating burning sensation. Like the best way I can describe it is sticking, because I got bit in the hand. Sticking your hand in the real hot grease, and just leave it there.
And it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Gets worse and
Does
worse.
it spread like? Is it in
as
the whole
the venom
body?
moves up in my case, my arm? I could feel the venom traveling, and however far it went up, my arm was swelling, but also it was burning.
So it just feels
That
like you're
burning
putting your hand
sensation.
deeper in the grease.
Correct. Just as if I just stuck my hand in there and just started lowering it,
Jeez.
is what it feels like.
Have you seen like when they mix, like they'll take like the snake venom and they'll mix it with like in a petri dish of like human blood, how it just like starts coagulating and stuff?
I've seen that. That's with certain species of snakes. Not with rattlesnake.
Not with rattlesnake.
No, venom wouldn't do that. Not with rattlesnake.
How long can you technically die? Like how long does it take to die from that without treatment?
Well, there's no given time because
Everybody's going to handle it a little different.
that is correct. Because,
And how much your dose is and everything.
I'm not going to say if you get bit, you're not going to die, but you got a good chance that you're not going to, because most of the people that do die from rattlesnake bites or any venomous snake usually is because either have a heart attack, they're allergic to it, their body they can't.
Just shuts down.
It shuts down and they can't fight off the venom.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
So now the rattlesnake deal, you know those idiots that go around to the hunting expos and play with snakes?
Yeah.
That was him.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but yes.
well now it's brought up, so you gotta go into that one now.
Well, that started back when I was in my early 20s, I guess, and I'd always been real big into rattlesnakes, and I grew up on a ranch in South Texas, and
They were everywhere.
they were everywhere, and I was catching them, and found a guy who would buy them, and he happened to own this snake club, out of San Antonio. And I had talked to him. I said, so what does it take to be able to do what you are doing in this snake pit? He said, just come to the show one day, get inside, and see if you like it. I said, okay. So I did.
And you liked it.
And I liked it. And I did it for 12
What
years.
did you like about it?
I guess the rush. The adrenaline rush.
Yeah, just not knowing what's going to happen.
Well, that or just messing with a rattlesnake, knowing you can get bit any minute, any second.
Yeah.
Right?
No difference than you like to go hunt, fish for shark, right?
And that's right. That's another rush, you know?
You're just an extremesman.
It is. And I love it. I love that feeling of it. But playing with rattlesnakes, I mean, like I said, I grew up around them, caught them, handled them professionally for 12 years, traveled all around Texas doing hunting shows, traveled out of state doing hunting shows.
With these hunting shows, what was it like? You were always traveling with the same snakes?
No, we changed them out.
Always change?
We always changed them out, quite often, actually.
What would be like? I don't know. So it would just be different types of venomous snakes that you're dealing with?
No, mainly rattlesnakes.
Or just mainly rattlesnakes?
All rattlesnakes.
Okay, all rattlesnakes.
And I would say probably about 70% of the rattlesnakes that we had in the pit that we were actually doing shows with were snakes that I had caught and sold back to the club.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you were just catching them from, were people calling you for this? Or
No, I'd
Go hunting.
go hunting
just go
for
hunting
them,
and just catch them?
walking through the pasture or get in my truck and drive down county
And
road.
what, you just use one of those tools? Like,
Yeah.
What are those things even called?
Snake tongs.
Snake tongs?
Snake tongs if I had one. Sometimes I use my hand.
And you just throw it in like a bin?
I had cages built for them.
Oh, cages built for them?
Kept them in cages, and the ones I did have in captivity, I kept them fed.
Okay.
Feed them little mice, birds,
Right.
rodents, whatever.
Well, that's pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know anything about that world, but thank you for enlightening me a little bit on it.
Hey, not a problem.
Yeah, giving us some insight.
Some insight. So what should we do if we see a rattlesnake?
Shoot
Just
it.
avoid it or shoot it.
Once you dump the gun.
Don't even shoot it. Just let it go. I mean, you come across a rattlesnake, best thing to do is just freeze, stand still, do not move at all.
Is it
Do not
the
move.
same thing that they say with spiders? Like they're more afraid of you than you are of it?
Pretty much. They
Okay.
really are, and that's why they rattle. It's a warning.
It's the warning signal.
Back
yeah.
off, right?
Yeah.
You just scared me. You startled me. They're gonna rattle. Well, the rattlesnake, you hear one rattle and you see it, you just stop. Do not move, and eventually
He'll go away.
he'll go away.
He'll dip out.
He'll uncoil and he'll crawl off.
Well, the good thing is we haven't had to deal with any rattlesnakes out here that I've heard of.
There's been a few
There
out
have been
here.
a few.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Shaun got one here, right over here.
I
Right by the
shot
lodge.
one a month ago, right here by the lodge.
Did it start rattling, or are you just
No, he was just trying to get away.
really?
But we shoot every one of them out here because we
They'll go
nearly
kill it.
lost
Yeah.
a buck last year. They got hit right in the face, was it 2 years ago? That one breeder buck, and then we lost a couple 3 or 4 years ago. They got snake bit.
You can't have that. I mean, this is a business first and foremost, and the animals are very, very important out here.
Yep.
But wow, Shaun.
Well, and then safety too.
Well,
I mean,
safety
for
as well.
hunters.
Yeah, you can't have a rattlesnake on the list.
Well, I mean, they're here, but
Right.
when they're this close, you got to.
I'm surprised. I mean, either you guys did a good job of pest control with them at first, because I mean, I worked out here like 2 summers ago, and then a summer before that, all around like the deep fence line and stuff, clearing out like cacti, and I didn't see one.
Yeah.
I didn't even see one snake.
Yeah, we killed one. Well, we saw a coach whip today.
Yeah.
Running around. We killed one 5.5 footer, between here and the new lodge.
5.5 footer.
Yeah, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
In February.
Yeah, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about Double S Adventures? When did that start? And
Man, when it actually became a thing was 3 years ago. Leading up to it, I was cowboying for a living, and one of the ranches that I managed was 6,000 acres. They had a bunch of lease hunters out there that was just tearing things up. They're leaving gates open, just a huge pain in the ass. I talked to the owners and I said, hey, we're going to have better deer herds. We're going to kill better deer. We're going to do everything's going to be better if we run paid hunts.
Yeah.
And they run those lease hunters off, let me have it. I sold, I don't know, $8 or $10 a year, something like that. Not many, just enough to cover what they were doing on the leases. And the deer herd started getting better. One thing led to another. I was on a hunting TV show, and they actually sent me down here.
what was the show called?
Texas Game Hunters.
Texas Game Hunters.
They sent me down here on a black buck hunt, and that's where I met Bobby and basically never left.
Oh, they sent you to Briar Oaks Ranch. I didn't know that.
What's that show on?
I don't even know if it's on anymore.
It was on the Sportsman's channel, wasn't it?
Pursuit.
Pursuit channel.
Pursuit. Wait, what was like? So you had a whole episode, and it was just you. And what were you doing? You were hunting, or you were?
I was the co-host of that show.
And what were you guys hunting?
Here, that particular weekend, we were hunting a black buck out here.
I actually kind of remember that. I might remember this. Well, no, because when you first met me, you had already been out here for a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, about a year.
Yeah, about a year.
So, yeah, this is going to be my third whitetail season out here.
Third whitetail season, well. And then we'll put it in the video for the people to see at home. But he has actually built, with the help of our boy Nick, who I don't know where he's at right now, but you actually built your own shed and breakfast back there.
Yeah. So, I was down here staying in the guide rooms, and I mean, like deer season this year from October to January, I never went home.
Yeah.
I go home for 8 nights, so I just, built me a tiny house out here. And that way my wife's got a place to come down and can hang out. And,
Right.
got my own spot. And,
Yeah. And then, I mean, so the whole reason we thought about doing this tub
Because I've got one on the
is
porch.
because he's got one on the porch, but it's literally like when you think of like a...
It's 2 foot wide by 6 foot long. It's the same metal tub.
Yep. And it's like old school, literally Little House on the Prairie, like I'm going to go take a bath outside.
Yeah, but it's nice. So you sit out there and you can drink your whiskey and look over the hill and watch the axis deer cross.
And we'll throw in a shot from the porch too. And actually, we'll get a shot of you in the pool.
It's full right now.
Oh yeah, you might be going in after this. Well, I think we can make that happen.
I sit up there and I drink my drink.
Hef man, you mind giving me a little top off?
You want to do a little promo for Double S Adventures?
Oh, we've been talking.
We
We've been talking Double
I
S.
love it. I can get some beers then.
Yeah, thanks.
Some sodas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some sodas.
Get Junior Dr. Pepper.
Let's see. What's the order? Diet Dr. Pepper or regular?
Hey, you can't say it. We're not endorsed by none of these.
Yeah,
No,
we're not, this is not endorsement.
Oh, the Walmart
The
version.
Walmart version, yeah. Of diet or non-diet?
Non-diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, he doesn't care about his weight.
Yeah, non-diet.
You want a Dr. Pepper?
No,
I didn't think so.
I need a cerveza, por favor.
What type? That's my question.
It's Modelo.
Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice.
Where's yours?
In the walk-in.
Walk-in.
I need
Walk
2
in.
of them.
Yeah,
All right.
you might as well just bring a
Or
smorgasbord.
3. 2 or 3 for me.
I thought as our set director, you already had like a full.
He did. We drank them.
Oh, we already drank them.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay.
He packed it before we got here.
This coyote will be back.
You know, I actually
All right. Thanks, FF.
one of my teachers had one of those same tubs that you have outside of his apartment, but he was moving to Colorado, and he's like, "Oh, I mean, like you can like take it if you want, but like technically, I'm not allowed to give it to you." So I hid it in the woods. So when I come back next year, I'm gonna have it outside of my window because my window's on ground level, and then run a hose from the janitor closet to the tub outside my window.
Dude, it's great. That's why I sit
Fill up
there in
hot
the evenings
water.
when we don't have hunters. I'll fill it up. Of course, you know, like we talked about, the water's warm.
Yeah.
Get 5 gallons of ice out of the ice machine.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. Let it sit about 30 minutes. I'm in there from 4 o'clock till dark.
And you're good to go.
Have my little citronella candle running. My
Citronella candle.
hell yeah, my thermocell. That way mosquitoes don't eat me.
Yep.
And with a set of binoculars, and I'll sit there, Burris binoculars, if Burris wants to hook me up.
Yep.
And sit there and look on the hill and watch the axis deer.
There's nothing better than that. I mean, this is when you think of just outdoor life, you think of Shaun sitting out there in his ice bath.
Yeah.
That's
great.
all. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Why would you not want to live like that?
That's why I don't know what month it is half the time.
Exactly.
So I have 3 assistants now. They do all the booking and everything for me. They tell me hey, I need you here Wednesday. Well, what's today? Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
So Wednesday I go wherever they send me.
Right. Man, that's a good life. I like it. I like your style. Oh man. All right. So Dwade, what do you think he's gonna make it? Actually,
If you leave him here, he doesn't have no choice.
I should have
He has
Shaun
no-
too.
He has no choice.
He has no choice.
But yes, he will.
He's technically a prisoner here.
Pretty much.
It'd be fun.
We're a high fence.
The gate's locked.
Yeah, he don't
a
have the
high
combination.
He doesn't have the combination. Actually, he does. He has the main one.
It's a long ways to town.
That's true.
It's 40 miles to
And I
town.
don't think he's getting picked up in hitchhiking anytime soon. No.
I mean, walking down this county road, you go 10 miles in either direction and never see a car.
Exactly.
Good luck.
I know. Man, you know what? The drive out here.
Hell, I didn't think you were going to make it. You made it.
Yeah, no, I did make it.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Which one?
The very first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a rude awakening. I thought, I was like, all right, this ain't gonna be that bad. Come in, just do whatever Bobby needs me to do. And then the first day, I had never even done like I don't want to call it gardening work, but it's basically gardening work.
You never done no manual labor.
I never really done no manual labor. Yeah, I mean, you can call me a city boy all you want. It's kind of true, but just clearing out cacti the first day, it's just not a fun
And
job.
those fences you were pulling out are still there. I'm just saying.
Well, all right, that was trip 2, and then we'll get into that later. But pulling out barbed wire fence is also something that I never imagined I would do, 10 years ago. But the first day I remember, this is hilarious. I never owned a pair of like working gloves, like heavy duty working gloves. So I go to Walmart before I come out here in the local town, and I get these like shitty, just no protection at all. And then, we need a refill, por favor. Oh, he already got me.
Yeah, he
Thanks.
forgot everybody else.
Thanks, Hefe.
You guys want some more Sprite?
I'd like a Sprite.
A carbonated soda.
Yeah, Sprite's good.
But no, I want my Sprites.
Oh. Yeah, he's got special Sprites.
Yeah, I got Sprite.
Yeah.
So do I.
It's the diet Sprites.
You got a special can too, I think.
Well, let me see if there's any in here.
There ought to be.
But,
So anyway, what happened with these gloves?
the first thing I do, so I think these gloves are good.
Grabs a handful of them turkey pear.
I whack it out and then I just grab it and I look and it's just completely gone through my glove and my entire hand is just filled with these things. And Bobby, meanwhile, ranch manager Bobby,
Dying.
he's in front of me on the tractor doing something and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to kind of tell him right now. I want to see if I can get all these out.
No,
like,
you can't.
I can't. I am literally just trying to pick and then he turns around and he's like, Brian, the hell are you doing? And I'm like, dude, I grabbed the cacti, man, and I'm trying to pull these out. And he's like, you dumbass. And he just gives me the end of a knife, and he taught me the old trick where you can just kind of just shave them down, yeah. But that was not fun. I'll tell you what, that was not fun. It was over here.
What happens when you bring a Californian to Texas?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That is what happens. But I was over. I think it was over here on this fence down over here. Oh, what do we got back there? We got some lights with some neighbors?
We got somebody pulling up to the gate.
Oh, you know what? I think that is actually my sister.
Oh.
And her boyfriend.
Yeah, they're at our gate.
All right. Well, I hope they know the code because we ain't going down
Ain't
there.
going.
This will be good because if they pull up and we're still mid-podcast here.
I mean, we still got good light. Look at that.
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fine. We're fine.
Look, he's got the Sprite.
Oh, okay. Good.
Oh, yeah. Set director Hefe is coming real quick. So this is funny. I like how we actually started, probably down here, water
Yeah, we
level?
should have started an hour earlier.
We definitely should
Killing
have started an hour earlier. But we started down here, and then you said by the time we'd be kind of wrapping up, it would be perfect.
Yeah, when it gets too dark.
This was the level that we were aiming for the viewers at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. And the water is, like, warmer than the air is.
The water, I'm saying the water is at least 88.
Like, when I got in here, I felt warmer than I was outside.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Hey, why don't you get in the shot real quick and just introduce yourself?
That one. Yeah, I can't say it, that one. Thank you.
There's no more of the other one.
Perfect.
Thank you. Hefman, why don't you introduce yourself to the viewers at home? This is our set director. He's kind of the brains behind a lot of operations.
Cool, tough
No,
talk.
you can't show that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Retake.
You can do this.
Retake. We'll cut that.
We'll cut that out. All right. This is our set director right here, Jefe Graves. And he's kind of the brains behind a lot of operations, but I think his biggest contribution is bringing us more refreshments.
I'm basically the cart
Safety,
girl.
hydration.
It is.
Cart girl for the
I mean,
Tough Talks guys.
Heat stroke
Yeah.
is a big
That's
issue.
right.
I mean, it's a big
It
issue
is.
right now. We have
It
to
is.
worry about.
I better get on the
You
hot
can't ask
fire
for a
and get some
better
rice.
evening, though.
Anything else, boys?
No, I think we're good
I
right now.
don't believe
You know
so,
what?
sir.
If we can get some snacks or something, I don't
Some
know.
snacks, maybe some lobster from last night that you pretty boys were eating.
That would be nice.
Would be nice.
Some of them
now.
scrimps.
Oh,
That's
you
right.
got to talk about how bad it is. He's watching us eat lobster yesterday, and this kid's got a shellfish allergy.
You had to eat chicken nuggets.
So he ends up having to eat chicken nuggets when we're all eating lobster.
First day I'm on the ranch, and what do you know? Everything that they cook, it looks delicious. smells
Lobster,
delicious.
crawfish, shrimp,
Shrimp,
mussels.
mussels, clams,
Yeah.
I think.
Can't eat any of it.
He had French fries.
No, but I
all
love.
the vegetables were cooked in the water that stuff came out of.
Oh, it's true. That's true. I love though how you didn't understand at first that he had an allergy, and you remember you just were looking over his plate, and you're just like, "I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you."
I mean, whatever.
To each his own.
To each his own. I mean, eat your chicken nuggets. I'm gonna eat your lobster.
You were probably hating that.
Yeah.
I did eat his lobster. I ate somebody's lobster. I ate
Probably-
mine and somebody
probably-
else's. I
probably
think you
mine.
did too.
See, that's the great
Yeah,
thing
I
about
did.
Briar Oaks Ranch too. You always have unexpected visitors. You can probably see in the backdrop. Oh, I don't know who that is actually.
I don't know.
I can assure you they weren't expecting to see 4 grown men in a tub.
I don't know who that is either.
That's no one. I don't think that's anyone we know. Well, it's got to be, right?
I mean, we got to know him some way.
Some way, shape, or form. But that's also something you don't really see. Yeah, good call pulling that. That was something that was pretty cool yesterday, and we'll give a shout out to our boy Mason, game warden. You don't get a lot of game wardens to come out and just kind of have dinner with the crew.
Mason.
That's
Mason,
true.
yeah.
You don't.
So
Really
that
nice guy.
was a treat yesterday.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, we'll give him a good shout out right here. We have another sponsor for this week's episode of Tub Talks. It's BSB, and it's an acronym for whatever you want it to mean.
Be somebody better.
I like Bring Some Booze personally,
All right.
but to each his own with that. And this is set director Jefe Graves' company.
Rufus the Dragon, that's perfect for him. He might just have gotten that half for free right
I got a small head though, so I gotta adjust this one.
There we go.
Pretty tight already.
Míralo.
Míralo.
Started by a bunch of jarheads. One said be somebody better. The other guy said bringing sexy back. And one said no, boys. You sexy bitches.
Yeah, bring some bitches.
You're gonna need your flash
Bring
on
some
that.
bitches.
You know that on there. Or you want your hat back?
Well, the continuity wouldn't make sense. We've done the whole episode without the hat on.
I got a plate. I'm a fucking hat placement guy. Hold on, Dwade.
Yeah. Dwade needs his other hat.
He needs sunglasses on in the dark.
Yeah,
Thanks, sir.
You should put your sunglasses back on just for the
I
close
would
out.
agree.
There we go.
All right, this has been a lot of fun, gentlemen. I don't know about you, but I think this is here to stay. And I think there's a plan possibly in the making right now
For another one right there.
for another one back here. And we could get a more official Tub Talk session in the near future.
Absolutely.
So thank you to Double S Adventures.
Thanks for having us.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to Ollie here just for being himself. And then this is day 2 of 3-week stint that you got out here. So
Serving time.
serving time and
It's
just
gonna be breaking rocks tomorrow, son.
yep.
We have no shortage of those.
No, sure. And thanks, Dwade, for sharing your endless stories. And
Not a problem.
clinks it, boys. Tub Talk's out.
Oh.